Mercedes domination, Verstappen comeback, Piastri DNF, Ferrari strategy, and many more about season opener in Australia. Let's talk Formula 1. Before we go to the race, we need to quickly get over qualifying, where some interesting things did happen. After crash in FP3, Antonelli had slim chances of making it in quali. Thus, Lance and Sainz weren't participating in the session due to engine problem on their cars. However, Kimi had his mechanics working over his car and hoping that they could give him at least one shot in Q1. Spoiler, he had many of those, as he sat on P2 behind his teammate George Russell. This happened because of Max's crash. It wasn't his fault at all. In general, MGK just had some sort of bug, so when he hit the brakes before turn 1, the rear was lost. The rear was lost to the extent that even Max couldn't do anything. He then was sent to medical center because of the pain in his hands. Nevertheless, it's all okay. Now let's move to Q3, when Gabriel Bortoleto put his Audi in it, however wasn't able to participate in it due to the engine that suddenly occurred on his car, to the extent that he even was forced to stop before the pit entry. That probably could create a serious drama and incident between the drivers. Thankfully, nothing has happened. Ultimately, George and Kimi took 1-2 from Mercedes. However, Hadjar did some immense things and put his Red Bull in his first ever qualifying in P3. Now let's talk about the race. But before we do that, we need to include Piastri, who was out of it before it even started, as on the formation lap he crashed at the exit of turn 4. That was a massive psychological damage that I can't even imagine how it felt. So let's wish him the best for the next weekend. Thus, Hulk had some problems on his car, so that made 20 cars as usual to start the race. At the front, Ferrari had a marvelous start. Leclerc took P1, and after the first corner, Lewis was P3 a couple of moments later. Kimi, on the other hand, had a disastrous start, but made it up some places lately. At the back, something that was talked about almost happened. Lawson couldn't get his RPM to suffice a level, even with additional seconds that was added to start procedure. So he made a really poor one compared to the others, and Colapinto saw it in the last moments, but fortunately was able to react quickly and avoid crashing into another car, plus kept his in one piece. During opening laps, Leclerc and George were dancing a lot between each other, to the extent that when they had their batteries, they were able to produce a lot of overtakes in turn 1, which happened rarely lately, but back in the time a lot, then turn 3, turn 9, turn 11. But my point is that when they had a lot of energy, they were able to do that. But lately, when there was like kinda usual management and looking after it, this unusual chaoticness and this drama unsettled, but not entirely. Like sometimes there were moments when I felt that there weren't real overtakes, but more like advancing. If lately in the season FIA and F1 would improve or change this procedure with electrical deployment and etc., and get into more pleasant F1. While Ferrari were battling with Mercedes, Max was going up the grid as fast as possible, to the extent that in the lap 9 or something like that, he was already in points and ended up in P6. After the race, he obviously wasn't satisfied with the situation in general. When the journalists asked him would he be in a better mood had he been fighting at the front, and Max said that it wouldn't change anything, as the Hadjar was having a decent time out there, till his engine blew up and he was forced to stop the car. That created a virtual safety car, during which Ferrari did a bit silly move, not pitting at least one of their drivers. If you can think of a pleasurable scenario for them, that could give them an opportunity to potentially fight for a win lately. But ultimately Mercedes was quicker, thus they had stunning tire deck. Nevertheless, in my opinion, Ferrari made a mistake not pitting at least one of their drivers. Like they could or should put Leclerc in the box because he was at the time leading and potentially could lately fight for the win. But they screwed up the strategy. However, they showed us that they have a good car with good cornering speed. But if they can fix some strategy, they will be a bit more dangerous for Mercedes. Then, when the opportunity was the second time, they were unlucky, because when the virtual safety car came out due to the Bottas stop, they weren't able to do so because of closed pit lane. Down the grid we had Oli and Arvid battling each other. Lately they will end up P7 and P8. Arvid showed an impeccable performance for his first race, bringing points and some quality drive all over the weekend. It's quite good. Gavi Bortoleto, after not participating in Q3 yesterday, put a stunning drive today and brought home first 2 points for Audi. Gasly dragged Alpine to P10. Aston truly had a test session, as after 15 and like 25 laps they retired their cars, but lately get them back. First one was Alonso, then Lance. Aston has quite a place to build on, but when earlier there were rumors about them paying crazy amounts to drivers who would join them and have like a team Newey, Alonso or any other superstars. For now, that doesn't seem like it. Anyway, I think when they fix their problems, they will have a strong car for the midfield, so in the hands of Alonso, it can potentially challenge for podiums if the circumstances are plausible. Even though we've seen an increased amount of overtakes compared to last year's Australian GP, it doesn't change the flaw that these regulations have. Yeah, it was somewhat decent start to the season, but I think it can and will get trickier when we get to the next race weekend in China with a lot of straights, in Monza, Vegas, etc. So drop your thoughts or arguments in the comments, we'll discuss it. Hit like and subscribe button to all the videos not to miss any fun content, and see ya!